The British Prime Minister has warned the economic turbulence caused by Donald Trump's tariffs has presented a huge challenge to his country's future. Keir Starmer called on the nation to rise together to meet a new era of what he's calling global insecurity.
The cutting edge of British manufacturing, the front line of the new global trade war. The Prime Minister here at Jaguar Land Rover, attempting to reassure an industry and the nation that he's on their side.
Nobody is pretending that tariffs are good news. You know that better than anyone. That is a huge challenge for our future, and the global economic consequences could be profound.
Growth is Keir Starmer's #1 mission. As he spoke, the US stock markets opened down badly, a global threat to his top goal.
This is a changing and completely new world, an era where old assumptions, which we've long taken for granted, simply don't apply any longer.
He doesn't believe this crisis is going to end quickly, and he knows that'll require more government intervention.
We have your back. This government will not just sit back and hope. That is how politics has failed you in recent years, sort of attempting to manage crises without fundamental change just leads to managed decline.
But real support costs money, and the government's self-imposed borrowing rules leave next to no wiggle room. Can they survive this crisis?
Can you say, without hesitation, that you will keep Rachel Reeves' fiscal rules exactly as they are for the whole of the Parliament and not come back at any point and say events mean that they need changing?
Well, Sam, this is a moment for stepping us up, as I've just said.
It was a very straight question. The Prime Minister spoke for 90 seconds without ever actually answering it. This was the closest he came.
The reaction to the challenges of the last few days is not for us to say, well, the first thing we'll now do is to put one side our fiscal rules.
But still, that wasn't a guarantee they won't be ditched.
Really important steps today for our country. Thank you.
In previous economic crises, the government has reached for a big bazooka to support business. But we currently tax so much and we borrow so much, that's just not possible this time. Now the government says it wants to do other things to help business.
The Chancellor's message, she'll do what she can.
Today we are going further with new measures to support car manufacturers decarbonise in a way that is sustainable and good for jobs in Britain.
That means delaying a ban on hybrid cars and more flexibility to meet electric targets, yet more uncertainty for battery firms and those building charging points. But in factories across the country, there is a need for reassurance.
We're all concerned. There's a large proportion of our vehicle manufacture that does go out to the States. So we're really concerned that we don't want that to be constrained in any way, shape or form. The hope is that we get to a point where, we get back to a free trade agreement.
If this ban can't sort it, the cost of tariffs could be higher prices, lower pensions and fewer jobs. He knows how high the stakes are.